ran out that door,
Hmm.
you was gonna get shot. So my bros ended up busting out the side window, and we all hopped out that window. And this girl next to me fell. I remember I went down to pick her up, and a bullet like went past me.
My Hot Minute #1 podcast in the universe. We live. We in Denver, Colorado, with one of the hottest upcoming artists from Kansas to the Springs, MoniTheKid. What's the word?
Too much, too much. Excited to be here. Excited to be back working.
Hell yeah! I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Appreciate you for having me.
Let's get right into the interview. Where are you originally born and raised?
I'm born and raised Wichita, Kansas. Been there my whole life, and then I moved here about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So grew up in Wichita, you said?
yeah.
Wichita, Kansas. And then what's the rap scene like out there, hip hop scene?
Um, it's very like old old school thug music, I would say.
Like like gangster rap music?
Yeah. So I started doing music down there, but it was hard for me to really fit into the scene just because my music is so different from that. So I had to make the decision to move basically if I wanted to do something, at least somewhere a little bit more diverse. It's yeah, it's not the best music scene.
What would you consider your genre of music?
Um, I would say like R&B rap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say you're more lyrical and conscious?
Um, no, I just put my feelings out there. Like I don't think when I write. I just express myself. I wouldn't say I'm the most lyrical because my vocabulary could be wider,
Okay.
but I don't know. I think it's just more pain music stuff we can relate to.
Okay. That's real. So you grew up in Wichita. Did you live anywhere else before you moved to Colorado?
Uh,
Or is it straight from there to here?
I lived in Topeka, Kansas for a little bit. Um, this was before I started music. I ain't really do nothing there. Uh, there's nothing really to do there. And then I moved back to Wichita, and then yeah, to Colorado.
Okay. When did you get introduced to music?
When I came back to Wichita, I was just smoking with my girl and we was listening to the radio, and it was like this trash song. Like it's not good. And I was like, I could I could do that. And she was like, you just high talking. And I'm like, no, I could really do that.
Yeah.
And she was like, mm-hmm. And like, I'm like a competitive person, so I don't like when people doubt me. So I was like, let me show you I can do that. So I just went in the living room, wrote something, and then I showed her, and she was like, how long you been doing music? And I was like, that's my first time.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, you need to do music. She was like, that's what you need to do. You need to leave all that other stuff alone and focus on that. So that's what I've been doing.
That's hard. So is that when you kind of got introduced to what was going on in Kansas too at the time with the music?
Yeah. I mean, my cousins rapped, but yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. So I know Sleazy World Go and T Rail came from Kansas, I believe. Is there any other like major rappers or hip hop artists that came from there? Or
Um,
is it pretty slept on too, you feel?
what's his name, babe? What do you know? That yeah, it's Bird, and then the yeah, Tech 9.
Tech Nine, yeah.
I'm not really a fan of Tech 9, but
What about Young Cat?
that's crazy. My first show was for Young Cat. We was actually talking and texting, and we was gonna do a song together, but then bro got locked up, and then yeah, I I was trying to leave the street life alone.
Yeah,
So I was like, I I'm not even trying to mix myself into temptations.
that's real.
So
Yeah, he was just out here, shit, a couple months ago,
I
or in
believe
December or something. Okay, so you what were you into before the music? Were you like playing sports or anything like that, or just hopped off the porch?
um I play sports. Um I did basketball. Really mainly that was my sport I shined at. So we just so I could have money. Um I went to college for a little bit to play basketball, but it wasn't for me, so I dropped out. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I just knew it wasn't for me. I just did it because I was good at it.
Yeah,
So then I went back to selling weed. Got locked up a couple times. And I met my girl, kind of calmed down a little bit, and started doing music. And
hell yeah. So you excelled at basketball in high school.
yeah,
What were your how many points were you scoring a game?
I was averaging like 15. I was having double doubles. I was a power forward, so
Okay, and you were getting some looks for college. You ended up going.
yeah, I went to Southwestern Christian College. I had some JUCO offers, I had some D1 offers, but I couldn't go D1 because I wasn't NCAA certified. I didn't meet the criteria.
As far as like grades or what?
Um, just with the classes I took, I had good
Oh,
grades.
okay,
I had a 3.75 GPA. It was
okay.
just the matter of I took choir. I like to sing.
Mm.
So I took choir classes instead of taking. I needed to have a foreign language.
Oh,
And
okay.
I
I
never
see.
took a foreign language.
Okay, what D1 offers were you getting?
I had one from WSU. That was my only.
Washington State or
No, Wichita State
oh,
University.
Wichita State, and they good at basketball.
Yeah, but it was weird because then the coach left.
Damn.
She retired all of a sudden. I don't know what happened with that, but yeah,
So you ended up going to the Christian college instead.
yeah,
Okay. Seems like you got a lot of both school and street smarts in you,
yeah,
which I respect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may assume, like, oh, just because this person came from the struggles in the streets, they probably dumb in school, or vice versa. If they, came from a well like school background, I suppose they might be stupid in the streets,
yeah.
etc. But you got a little bit of both in you, which I respect. So you started. How long were you in school for?
I went for a semester. I left this. I went to break and never came back.
What? Why didn't you want to go back?
Just because I went to a privileged school because it was really a private college.
The Christian
So
school.
yeah, it was different for me coming from the struggle. Like I didn't have nothing, and these kids had a lot of different life than me. So it was just uncomfortable, really.
You felt like you didn't really fit in or connect with the.
Yeah, and then I felt like I was judged like, oh, here goes that poor ghetto black kid.
Yeah,
So I was like, just not feeling it.
that's real. I respect that. So, and then you said you kind of got into the streets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, I was already in the streets. I was selling weed in high school.
Okay.
I was,
And
um,
this is all old stuff too, so you can't really get in
yeah,
trouble for it. Okay, cool.
no,
Just want to make sure.
no, no, I'm not stupid.
Okay, cool.
Like, I was selling weed in high school. I was in the streets in high school. Like,
How'd you end up getting into like selling weed and the streets and stuff?
uh, I got into selling weed just because my mama was struggling, so I didn't have what kids had in high school. Like it was $300 to play basketball.
Mm.
So I just, would make me a little side money. On top of I had a real job too, but minimum wage in Kansas was $7.25.
Oh yeah,
And you can only work like 20 hours when you're a
in school and
teenager.
stuff.
So that's not really nothing. You getting $200 every 2 weeks. What you gonna do with that? So I was just doing me. I met this one girl who ended up being friends with these dudes, and they really put me on some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was like? Do you have any crazy stories that you can speak on that you went through in the streets?
Um. Yeah. I was. I was. I think I was 17. Yeah, it was my senior year. I was at a party on New Year's Eve. We all chilling, partying. It's like 200 kids in this building.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, they just started shooting. And they like blocked the shooters was at the door. So there was no
Oh,
way
that was it
for
like a house or
no, it was a building.
like an apartment building?
No, like a hall building.
Like a campus? Like
Um, no, like a club. My
okay.
friends, people owned the club.
Oh, okay.
So they let them rent it out for the night for kids. But I don't know what or why, but they started shooting, and they was at the door, so we couldn't even run out the door. If you ran out that door,
Hmm.
you was gonna get shot. So my bros ended up busting out the side window, and we all hopped out that window. And this girl next to me fell. I remember I went down to pick her up, and a bullet like went past me.
Damn.
As soon as I ducked down to pick her up, and then I couldn't get to my car, so I had to call my mom. And then my friend Hazel with me, she just tore her ACL, so she got the thing on. But she took off with me. We took off running. We at this graveyard like down the block, and I called my mom, and she's like, "Go to your car." So I can't go to my car because they shooting there. And then my friend Hazel was like, "Imani, you bleeding? Like, where's this blood coming from?" I ended up getting grazed by a bullet. They wouldn't release me till my mom came. And then I had to go to basketball practice the next day and explain this to my coach.
Damn.
And while I was out partying, so I do a lot of suicides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So where did it graze you at?
my hand.
Oh shit.
But
And it was just kind of random, like you.
yeah, like we was all chilling, like it didn't no fight happen or nothing. So it's just like people came, like I don't know if it was people had beef. I don't know what was going on.
And this was in Wichita.
Yeah,
So there's hoods in Wichita. There's shit going
yeah,
down in every city in America. It sounds like.
oh yeah,
Damn. Well, I'm glad that you're still here. That's a crazy ass story.
yeah. I be thankful. I done been in a lot of crazy situations, and God done always had my back. So I'll be very thankful.
Hell yeah. So you said you had basketball practice the next day, and the coach was like,
Yeah,
they didn't like threaten to kick you off the team or nothing.
no, because
They
it wasn't
need
my
you.
fault.
Fair
But
enough.
my teammates, like I'm in the ambulance, and my teammates start four-way calling me because we got group chat. And he's like, Iman, you got shot. And I'm like, it's just a graze. It's just a graze. It's just like skidding on the curb. It's nothing even major.
Yeah.
And then like, how you gonna explain this to coach?
Right.
And I'm like, man, I don't know. But he didn't, he was like, he was more mad that I put myself in that situation.
Right.
He's like, I'm not punishing you because you didn't like fight and it wasn't your fault that that happened.
Just be
But
careful.
yeah, you need to think smarter. So
Did did you like feel the bullet graze you, or you were
no,
just had adrenaline? So
my adrenaline was pumping. I didn't know nothing until my friend was like, your hand is literally like bleeding, but it looked worse than what it was because I guess your hand is like bony, so it bleeds more
Yeah.
when something happens to it. That's what they said. Because I'm like, what the heck? Like, I don't see no exit part, and I don't feel nothing in it. So
Right.
what's going on? They're like, it's just a graze. It was just bleeding back because it's your hand. I was like, okay. But they're like, your mom has to come pick you up before we release you. And I was like, okay.
Okay. Now, did you end up, is that part of the reason you ended up moving to Colorado, or
Mm,
how come you ended up moving to Colorado?
I ended up moving to Colorado because I kept going to jail. And I just kept going to jail for stupid stuff. And it's like stuff that really shouldn't have been happening. And then so I just wanted to fresh start because I felt like it was not that I was being targeted, but like when my name would pop up, it was kind of like they looked at me like, okay, you're probably the guilty party.
Mm,
So I just wanted to get a fresh start.
that's real. How much was weed going for in Kansas? I know that shit probably
I
a lot
was
more than
hitting,
Colorado
oh yeah, I was
with it
hitting like
being legal here.
um a half was 100 and
Oh,
then
shit.
a zip could be up to 250. Like if I got some stuff from Colorado, oh yeah, you're gonna have to pay that 250. And people pay it because they don't
Yeah, you
people
can't get
smoke
anywhere else.
Reggie in Kansas. So
Hell yeah.
they be grateful for the good stuff.
Okay, so you moved to Colorado. What made you choose Colorado?
My sister is in the military out here.
And that's why the Springs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Springs is definitely a big military school. Okay, so you get out here. Was your main focus the music? Or
Um,
were you just working regular jobs or?
my main focus at first was just like getting my own place and got cars, stacking money. And then I met a guy who was an engineer. He did engineer from his house. And I was like, I do music. And he's like, your first session will be free. Like, you can come and let me engineer for you, see if you like it. So I kind of started dabbling back into it. And then I was like, this is what I want to do full time. Like, I'm still young. I'm only 23. So it's my prime time. Might as well give it a chance and put my all into it and say I did it, then wonder what if in life.
Hell yeah. Got to. Better, yeah, like you said, better to at least try it instead of looking back and wonder. So okay. So you start making music out here. How did you get introduced to the Colorado scene
Um,
and like start hearing about like the Troy Goods and like the Mile High Minutes and stuff like that?
so the DJ I met ended up knowing P, my bro, and he introduced me to them basically. And then P kind of stepped in and was like, he's more tech savvy in social media
Mm.
than I am. So he was like, these people be having showcases, like you trying to do one. And then we did one and it's for Troy Good. And that's how I ended up meeting Troy Good because it was his showcase. And I did real good at it.
You ended up winning it?
It wasn't no contest at that one. It was just like a show your talent. But I did win the next one, and it was a chance to open up for wasn't it Lil Durk? Yeah, Lil Durk. I ended up winning the Colorado Springs and Troy Good and In the Cut Productions uh paid for me to go to Chicago or Gary and I performed there, but I didn't win there. But the person that I won was like a drill rapper, so it's like kind of makes sense.
So you did win one of the showcases,
Yeah,
and the prize for that showcase was a slot on the Lil Durk show
it
in
was
Chicago.
yeah, but you had to compete. That was just the first round, and then it was a
Oh,
second
okay.
round. Yeah,
And you lost in the second round?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was good to be around different competition. Like it made me like work harder
Hell
and
yeah.
be like, I'm not gonna lose no more. So
Right.
yeah.
No, that's respect. Um, okay, sounds like you have won some opportunities to go to Chicago and Texas as well,
Yes.
and those were paid for South by Southwest.
Yes. I did. The South by Southwest was cool. That was an experience. I really liked that. I ended up meeting OMBPZ. I seen Babyface again. I met Babyface and I went to Arkansas and he showed us love. Like he invited us to a show and like let us backstage with him and on stage with him. He's a pretty cool guy.
How'd you tap in with Babyface?
We was at the same hotel.
Oh, okay.
4 point.
Just
That came in clutch.
performing at in Arkansas.
Yeah, it was different shows. Like, my bros gave him a flyer and was like, "Come to my bro's show." Like, she got a show, and he's like, "I got a show tonight, but y'all come through." And then he ended up like showing us mad love.
Was this before he was on the freshman list?
Um, he was this before he was on the freshman list.
Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, probably just before that then. That's dope. Hell yeah. Um,
he was strapped up though. His security and but this one
okay,
girl,
so he's already popping.
yeah, this one girl tried to run up to him. She got mushed. I was like, ooh, yeah,
Right.
it
So
wasn't like today.
was it a pretty nice hotel?
Yeah, 4 point, it was nice. It had a piano downstairs, a
Okay.
bar. It was a really nice hotel.
There's some advice right there. So if y'all trying to tap in,
We had them nice hotels if you meet people.
yeah, I'm gonna take that advice because I'll be buying the cheap hotels. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie.
You meet
Okay.
people.
Okay. And then how'd you win that? Was that another Troy Good showcase or
No, it was a Floyd.
oh Floyd showcase?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was it like performing at South by Southwest? Because that's dope. I honestly I had a trip booked there during 2020, but COVID happened, so they canceled it. I was hurt, and I haven't been there. So,
It was interesting. I was on one of the smaller stage, so when I go back, I definitely want to be on one of the bigger ones. But either way, it was still an experience, and it's an experience just because OMBPZ is like one of my top artists that I look up to,
mm,
and like I was on the same stage as him, so it's just like in, it was inspiring just to be in the building with the people that I was and how many famous people I was just seeing, like just walking around.
right,
Yeah, so it was crazy.
okay. And then you also won another Zerdum showcase. Was that in Denver or the Springs?
There's so many showcases. Oh yeah, that was in Denver.
Okay. Man, there's been a lot of showcases, and especially in the Springs. I ain't gonna lie, Troy Good do be
Yeah,
going crazy with the showcases.
that one was in Denver, and it was at the Gravel. It was new. It was a new spot for me, but I liked it because they let us smoke in there. That'd be
Okay,
my thing. How we in
that's dope. Yeah.
Colorado, we can't smoke in these venues.
Yeah. So yeah, if you in a like a lower key venue, they usually let you get
Smoke.
away with it, but the higher end ones are gonna be like,
No, no.
yeah.
We're gonna
Okay.
get our license took.
So you ended up working with manager Lango from QC through
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How's that relationship? If you don't
Uh,
want to speak on.
we still working. It's on pause right now because of my situation and what
Yeah.
happened. But it's definitely still we're still working. Got some things working.
Okay.
Mhm.
What ended up happening?
Um, I was door dashing one day, and I guess I was driving too slow, but it was a car in front of me,
Hmm.
and this car hit me from behind, and then put up beside me and started talking crazy, and then I guess rammed my car into a tree.
So they pulled up behind, they hit you, and then they pulled up on the side of you, started talking crazy, and hit your car again
Yeah,
intentionally.
yeah,
So they basically said, "Oh, well, we already fucked up and hit her, so let's do it again." Like what?
yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, so
That sounds nuts. What the fuck?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So it was their fault then, I'm assuming, or
It was their fault, but they have fake tags and stuff. So they was already on other activities, I'm guessing.
s- did you end up like getting their insurance or anything, or it was a hit and run?
It was a hit and run.
Damn. Did you end up getting like insurance to handle it, or
Um, I mean, I got a lawyer that's handling stuff,
okay,
but it's all a process.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. How are you kind of growing from that situation and letting it motivate you?
Um, man, I'm just here. That's the motivation alone. Like, I literally could have died, so
Yeah,
I be thankful every day that I'm here, and I mean, it's definitely different now. Like, I done lost a leg, and I can't see, but like, I don't need those things to do music.
yeah,
Like, I'm a true artist, so I'm not gonna let these little limitations stop me because it's people with these same limitations that have made it. So
right.
I just push through and be like, fuck it.
That's respect. Yeah, there's always someone better off and worse off than you. So I respect that.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it, do you? But will your vision be able to come back, or have you like talked to the doctors or anything like that?
Um, so I have intracranial pressure.
Mm,
So I had to have a brain surgery and get a brain shunt put in to relieve the pressure. But I go on Tuesday to see a specialist, and there's a surgery that they could do if they feel like it's going to work,
yeah,
to make my eyes better. If not, it's really in God's hands. They said it could eventually get better because it's not my eyes, it's my optic nerve.
yeah.
So it's just a matter of the nerves healing.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like you look normal, look totally fine. So that's
Yeah,
good. Um, well, I'm praying for you. I'm sending you positive vibes, and I hope everything works out
thank
and
you.
God watches over you.
Thank
Okay. So, getting back into the music story a little bit, you also were invited to perform at Floyd's birthday in 2022. How was that?
It was fun. That venue is like one of the bigger stages I've been on.
Mm.
So it was definitely fun. It was lit.
And that was in the Springs or up here in Denver?
It was in the Springs. It was off North Academy. But he showed us love, like VIP section. It was cool. So I appreciate it. But Floyd always shows us love, so it's a good vibe.
Hell yeah. How did you end up tapping in with Floyd?
Um
Just through
he
like the shows and stuff like that?
um he ended up meeting Floyd somehow. I don't know how they met, but he ended up meeting him and doing recording some of his events and stuff and doing show recaps. And then he just like introduced me as an artist. And then Floyd had the South by Southwest competition. And then after that, that's when we kind of hit it off. And then he was the host for the Managing Lingo event.
Mm. Yeah, he seems to be hosting a lot of stuff down there and shows. Okay, quick random question since y'all coming from the Springs, how do y'all feel about the Colorado rap scene and how do y'all feel about the Springs compared to Denver?
Um, I feel like the rap scene could definitely be better. Like not in terms, well, in terms of talent, but just in terms of like community vibe. People don't understand like when one person blows from a place, that gives a chance for other people to blow because that puts the eyes on that state. in that city where that person blew from.
Right.
And down here, it's like it's kind of hard to work with people, or like people will want to work with you, but they want it for free. And I'm not like saying like, oh, I'm gonna tax you or anything, but logically, I have to go to the studio and record. Yeah, I gotta go to the studio and record your verse song. So it just doesn't make sense. And if we're gonna go to the studio together and lay it down, that's different. But it's just like some artists are not willing to compromise their they kind of feel like they're
Collaborate and stuff.
yeah, they kind of feel like they're better than. And that's like the only thing I really see. And then just like making a genuine sound. Like you can tell when a person's from Texas or Florida or
Mm,
Detroit. Like here, I feel like sometimes there's a lot of imitation
mm,
instead of like just genuinely
being yourself.
being yourself. Yeah, and finding what works. Because then that's how you make a wave and create a vibe,
That's
not
right.
just hopping on something that's already being done.
Okay. Do you think Colorado's rap scene is bigger than Kansas?
Oh, most definitely. I'll
A
give it
lot of
that.
studios and
Yes. Studio quality is better. Um, Events is better. Kansas events most of the time ending getting shot up. So it's just overall better.
okay. Now, when you first moved out here, did you expect there to be hoods out here too?
Um,
Or do you expect it to be just straight mountains and snowboarding and stuff?
Honestly, I'm still kind of looking for the hood.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like
Fair
it
enough.
just doesn't seem like even the hood to me just
It's not the same.
no, I'm not scared to walk at nighttime. I don't feel like I need a gun or a stick or to have my location shared with somebody. Like it's not it doesn't give me those vibes. So
Well,
for
that's
me,
good. I mean, shit.
yeah. Maybe if you live here and this is the
Where you
only
from?
hood you've experienced, but if you went somewhere else, you'd probably be scared to death. But yeah, I haven't really seen nothing.
Okay. So would you like to see the Springs and Denver come together more? And like, could you see a wave coming out of Colorado?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I like I wish like we did like festivals and stuff, like just like more like that, where just like
Mm,
everybody comes together.
that shit would be crazy.
Yeah, that should be dope.
Hey, Hollow, if you watching this, hit me up, man. We got to chop it up. I know we keep talking about it, but let's make something shake. Um, Hustle High 4K, man. Shout out Hustle High 4K. He's sponsored this interview. I appreciate you for tapping in. As you can see, the merch as well. How did y'all end up tapping in?
Um, I got introduced to him through a friend of a friend, and he wanted to do videos, and he started working with me, and we just been vibing ever since. Like it
Mm,
ended up turning from like a business standpoint into like a friendship,
hell yeah.
and now it's like real genuine vibes, and just trying to make it and get the bag.
That's real. Yeah, y'all killed it with that red mic performance. That was
Thank you.
dope. It was unique too. Liked how y'all switched it up. And like you said, it kind of goes back to your point with the pain, lyrical, like you just having your own sound and being yourself. So make sure y'all go watch that.
Mm,
All right. Well, seems like you had a long, tough 2022.
yes.
What's next for 2023?
um, I got a project dropping February 3rd. Um, so stay tuned for that.
You got a title for it yet?
The intermission project.
Animation project?
Intermission.
Intermission.
Yeah, because I've been on pause on break. So
Yeah.
like it's just the intermission. And then I'm gonna drop another project, kind of going into my wreck in my situation.
Mm,
But that probably would be more towards the summertime. But My point is just to start dropping, start going crazy. Got a lot of songs, so it's time to really put myself out there. I
Hell
got a
yeah.
lot of love without dropping nothing, so I want to see how people take it when I actually drop something.
What? Okay, first off, I want to correct myself. Yes, you did have a long, hard 2022, but you also had a lot of great accomplishments.
Yeah,
So I want to make sure that, is highlighted as well. Winning multiple showcases, going out of state, working with plenty, mainstream artists, 2021 to 2022. Um, you just brought up, yeah, you got more projects on the way. First off, I also want to give you credit right there too, because I feel like the rap industry, hip hop industry will eat you up and spit you out. Like it's one of the toughest entertainment industries. They say it's one of the most dangerous jobs now, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
um, with all the flack and the different drama and stuff that comes with it. But what I respect about you is like people quit over nothing. People will quit just because one person says they don't like their song, or they didn't have a good show just any little thing. But you're here. You've went experienced multiple near death experiences, and you're here back in 2023 ready to go crazy, drop multiple projects. You know what I'm saying? So I just commend you on that and respect the fact that you're not letting it get to your soul, your heart. As Beyonce say, you can't break my. All right, I'm just, just kidding.
she be listening to that song all
That
the
song
time.
low key hard. I ain't even. I'm more of a. I'm into the rap music, but when I'll be banging that shit. I was like, damn. But nah, for real though, respect to you on that, because man, a lot of people would quit, and like I just respect that you're gonna keep going.
Thank you.
Um. Okay. Uh. Is there any other artists that you want to work with in Colorado or even outside of Colorado? Dream collabs, anything like that?
Um, I mean,
Oh,
I,
three Greedo? Is that you?
no, I want to do I want to do a song with Fredo. That's in the works. Um,
TTB Fredo? Fredo.
Fredo Bang.
Fredo Bang. Okay. Shout, Fredo, TTB Fredo. He's from Denver. Anyways, Fredo Bang.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I want to do one with him. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. The Don hit me up.
DC the Don?
Is that his name? P.
The Kid the Don? Okay. Okay.
He hit me up willing to work, so we'll probably be collabing. I want to work with the TTLP.
Oh, yep. He's been going hard. I mess with him.
He's pretty dope. I like his sound. Um, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Um, what is one piece of advice you would give any upcoming artist or anyone that's been through uh, a car crash, or just, you know what I'm saying, any similar situations? Like, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
Just like be yourself through anything. Like you're gonna be put in situations that test you and test like I don't know what's the word like test your character and the person that you are and your integrity.
Mm,
But you gotta just like maintain yourself through anything because that's how you're gonna succeed. Everybody succeeds by being different, by being unique. Like, so you just gotta stay yourself and stay on course and focus and you'll get to wherever you wanna get.
okay, I respect that. Um, what is the first song, single, video that if someone's just getting introduced to Monty the Kid, they should go check out?
Um I say well my favorite song is real. That's my that's my that's my one.
Mm,
Just cause it's like it's different. I say real or Project Baby.
okay. Shout out Vicules for the idea on the question. Biggie or Tupac?
Um, I'm gonna say Biggie.
Okay. I was hoping you'd say Tupac. That's all good. Um, if there, Shout Space Springer, if there was one song you could be featured on all time, what would it be?
Um, of all time, that's tough.
Mm.
Uh,
Gosh, you left in shock. Like, damn, I don't
I listen to a lot of
know.
music. That's hard.
Yeah,
Shit.
like a classic, something you've been listening to since you were in like elementary, middle school.
I've always liked that.
All right, what is this? Who influenced you growing up? Like, name a couple artists that you heavily listened to when you first got into music.
Um, I listen surprisingly to a lot of like. I listen to Sade. I listen to uh, Tevin Campbell.
Okay, these are unique. I respect it.
Yeah, I listen to like a lot of oldies. Um, Newer people, it'll probably be like Wale.
Well, he's a good one.
Yeah, probably.
That Ambition song always gets me going.
Yeah, it'll probably be Wale. And then I like T-Pain.
T Pain was a legend, I swear.
Especially when I
Yeah,
found out he could really sing. I was like, why are you using this auto-tune like that? But I fuck with it either way. But
yeah,
yeah.
T Pain's a good one. I was heavily listening to T Pain growing up. Okay. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Okay, say you're on a road trip back to Kansas to go visit family or what have you. Three, you could only pick three tapes, three albums, three artists to listen to. What would it be?
Oh, that's easy.
Not artists, we'll go albums, tapes.
Um, well, I don't know the album names, but I'll just name the artists.
That's cool.
It'd be OMB Peasy. It'd be Fredo. And I know it would be Young Boy's AI album. I do know which one that would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um, what would you classify Colorado sound to be?
Um, we gotta have a sound first.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Do you got any like final thoughts? Any last minute things y'all want to speak on?
Um, we are doing a Get Heard challenge for all up and coming artists. Second place gets a red mic. First place gets a free music video and a feature from yours truly. So tap in. It's only a $20 submission, nothing major, and let's work.
Okay. Do you have any other like big features or any other features out right now?
Nope, I don't have nothing out.
So you plan on dropping soon then?
Yep, February 3rd.
Okay, let's get into it. I think that just about wraps it up. Let the people know where they can follow you on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram at MoniTheKid. You can subscribe to my YouTube at NTK, and um, my TikTok is also MoniTheKid.
Hell yeah. Make sure y'all go follow her. All links will be in the description of this interview. Make sure you go stream the music, check it out on YouTube, all that good stuff. Be on tune for the album drops February 3rd. And tune in for the Get Her Challenge, man. A lot of dope prizes, a lot of giveaways going crazy this year. Shout out the Springs, shout out Kansas, shout out Wichita, shout out Denver, shout out the whole box. Shout out Hustle High 4K for helping direct this and put this all together. Shout out the sponsor of today's video, 3M Water. Go get that hydration for the go-getters. You
Do I
know,
have that water?
yep, right there.
Yeah, I got some
Let
for
them
you.
know. Yep.
It tastes
Shout,
pretty good too.
hell yeah. Shout out the one and only DIA Studios. If you need to get locked in with one of the hottest engineers, producers, all that, tap in with Boozilla, man. Very tapped, locked in with the city, well respected. So you need some quality work. Make sure you go tap in there. Um, Make sure y'all hit that like button. Comment down below your favorite MoniTheKid song in the comments. Comment down below who you want to see next in the Mile High Minute. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button to stay notified when all the latest news drops. Make sure you follow Mile High Minute on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. All that links will be in the description. And I think that just about does it. I appreciate you for coming on the show, Money.
I appreciate you for having me.
Hell yeah,
It
Mile
was
High
fun.
Minute. Oh yeah, can I get a shout out for Mile High Minute one
Yeah,
time too?
shout out to my high minute, man. It was fun.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you. Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We out.